Something happened to me last February 2022. Uh, there was a snowstorm, and the person I was getting a ride to work with didn't want to go to work that next day. So I decided to go ahead and I was going to get a hotel room down the street from my job and just catch like an Uber in the morning. So I got this room at Motel 6, room 230, on the corner, on the top floor. And it's a room, ain't nothing too special, nothing different. Okay. And it was about, I don't know, it was a little after 10 o'clock, and I was watching um, uh, a creepy pasta on YouTube through my laptop hooked up to the TV. And there's some details about that I'll tell you later on. And the lights was out, and I started seeing. Well, I got up to smoke a cigarette. You know how they got the little table over there, fucking next to the wall, and it's got a little bench. Well, I had my bag sitting on that bench, and I sit at this table, and I go to light my cigarette, and it's as I'm lighting my cigarette, I started seeing stars. You know, like when you hit your head or something like that, you see little pinpricks or whatever. Well, these things, they didn't fade away. They grew and to like four pointed, like four pointed star shape. And then I started seeing this violet purplish static, like electricity, like lightning, kind of like shit, flowing over all the surfaces of the room. And this is happening while I'm lighting my cigarette. And I light the cigarette, and as I'm pulling my arm down, it feels like something is reaching up my arm, trying to put it on like a glove. I jump the fuck up out the seat, and I look over at it, and no lie, I'm sitting there, and my bag's sitting there, and I can see something there. Literally, I can see something there. Uh, I mean, I can see it. Well, at this point, I literally started seeing the air reverberator, fucking vibrator, some shit, and I felt this pressure on me. Like, I don't know how to describe it. It's like okay, it's like if you was at the bottom of the ocean and you could feel the pressure of the water on top of you, and I'm looking at this thing, and it's screaming at me. I mean, I don't hear it screaming at me, but I can feel it screaming at me. And everything stops. And I'm like, fuck, man. You have gone nuts, nigga. And then I'm like, whatever, man. I tell you what, I set everything up like it was, and I'll try it again and see what happens. And so I did that, and I did everything exactly the way I had it before, and nothing happens. So now I really think I'm gonna go nuts. But I'm like, fuck, nigga, you knew you was off. You knew you was off a little bit. You just didn't know that much. So it was probably about an hour later, and I'm laying over the edge of the bed, and I go to light another cigarette. But before I light the cigarette, I'm looking at the floor, and it's got like that fake hardwood floor shit. Well, when I'm looking at the floor, let's say if it was like an oak pattern, it changed to a I don't know, walnut, or it changed to a burl wood. But you know, and at the same time, the color of the room changed too. Like if it was a dull yellow, it changed to a dull green, and then it changed to a dull orange. And then after that happened, like literally, by this time I stood up and I'm looking around the room like, what the hell? And then everything goes black and white, and I mean black and white like TV black and white. Like I couldn't see no color at all. And that lasted for about a minute, and then everything went to shades of red, like the flooring, the bedding, the curtains, everything shades of red. And this thing is over in the corner on that bench, and I feel the pressure again, and I know it's screaming at me. Well, now this shit happened twice, all right, and so now I know I'm not crazy, and now I'm pissed off because literally I feel attacked. I feel like this motherfucking thing is is here, and it's feeding on people, and it's trying to eat me, or I don't know if if I would have let it, if I wouldn't have fucking moved, if it could have entered me and like took me over. I don't know. But I'm pissed off at this point, and I ain't got nothing else to do but to fight. So okay. So I flick on the lights, and I don't know. Let's just say my phone always works and it's always on. When I was in this room, my phone would not work. Uh, a detail that happened earlier when I was watching, I noticed, thinking about it, that you pull up the on-screen keyboard on the laptop. Well, every time I would do that, it would shut down. Like it wouldn't pull up. It would shut down. And I don't know. There's just I don't know. Mm, I don't know. But the shit happened like three more times that night, to the point where I mean I got no sleep because I'm fucking with this thing all night. In the morning, I literally had to step outside the room to try to get a hold of Uber, and I ain't went back. I want to, but I ain't went back. But I want to go back and see.